Autism affects 1 in 88 children. This disease receives very little when it comes to research funding. Autism is not curable, but if caught early enough, the proper path to life with the disease can be taken. I'm Christian James, disc golfer with a purpose, and today's round at Stable Run in Ames, Iowa is dedicated to Autism Speaks. If this cause touches your heart, you can donate based off of my play. 25 cents for each par, 50 cents for each birdie, and $1 for an eagle or an ace. At the end of the video, I'll give you the information allowing you to donate via PayPal. Thanks for watching.
Starting off on hole 1, throwing a 175-gram KC Pro T-Bird, hitting the gap nicely, staying below the trees, getting a great skip, and sitting on the dance floor, looking at a birdie putt. And that's 50 cents for the cause. Here we are on hole 2 after a great start on 1, throwing in a 175-gram C-line PD, and that disc is turned over, looking at a tough, short flick shot, making sure the disc does not end up down the hill, looking at a par-saving putt for 25 cents, and sticks it. Coming into hole 3, a tough low line with the Skunk River to the left. Teeing off on hole 3 with a Star Leopard, releasing a little bit high, but it holds the line and flies right over the top of the basket. The disc settles down near the river's edge, looking at a difficult but makeable birdie putt. This is for 50 cents, and it's off the top of the basket, leaving for a simple tap-in par. That takes us to $1 on the day. Teeing off on hole 4 with a Champion Wraith, almost making it through the tight gap, catching one of the final trees before it faded towards the basket. The long Anheuser putt settles near the basket, leaving for a short straddle putt. There's a par. There's 25 more cents to the cause, $1.25 on the day. Teeing off with a Pro Starfire on hole 5. The disc is released a little bit too high, but it fades and ends up inside of the circle, leaving for a lengthy birdie opportunity. Unfortunately, the Wizard is not given the opportunity to even get to the basket, falling short, leaving for a par putt, 25 cents to the cause, $1.50 on the round. Teeing off on hole 6 with a Champion Wraith. The low line skip hyzer ends up outside of the circle, and we're looking at a jump putt that buzzes the tower. Flybys don't count today, but par putts do. That's 25 more cents to the cause, $1.75 on the day. Teeing off on hole 7 with an 11-time T-Bird. The disc catches a tree. Fortunately, it's saved by another before it ends up in the river. The right-handed flex attempt with a C-line PD catches a tree but settles inside of the circle. This is a makeable par putt. However, into the headwind, it catches the top of the basket. That's bust number 1 on the day. Teeing off on 8 with the Champion Archon, and one of the many trees at Stable Run Disc Golf course is struck. Fortunately, the disc ends up in the center of the fairway, leaving for a nice upshot towards the basket with the Champion Wraith. That's parked. That's a tap-in. That's 25 cents to the cause, $2 on the day. Teeing off on hole 9 with a Champion Wraith. This is an older Champion Wraith that skips right in front of the basket and leaves for a great birdie opportunity. Chains, that's 50 cents on the hole, $2.50 on the day. Starting off the back 9 with an 11-time T-Bird that hits the tiny gap and skips right behind the basket, looking at another birdie opportunity. 50 more cents to the cause, $3 on the day. Teeing off on hole 11 with a Star Destroyer, hitting the narrow gap to hit the rather open fairway, ending up in a nice position just inside of the circle. The birdie opportunity floats to the right of the basket, a little bit high as well. The par-saving putt from just outside of 10 feet, There we have it, 25 more cents to the cause, $3.25 on the day. Teeing off on hole 12 with an Echo Star Destroyer, keeping the disc low into the headwind and getting a great skip. However, the disc ends up in a little bit of a difficult position. Throwing the up shot towards the basket with the Avenger SS, unfortunately it kicks off of a tree, leaving for a difficult par putt between the trees, hitting the chains, adding 25 more cents to the cause, $3.50 on the day. Teeing off on hole 13 with a Champion Wraith, looking for the tight and difficult left-handed flex shot. The disc ends up right next to the AM basket, throwing a big spike hyzer to the pro basket, which is parked. That was a Champion Wraith. The simple par putt to add 25 more cents to the round, $3.75 total on the day. Teeing off on hole 14 with a Champion Wraith. Unfortunately, what looked to be a great line caught a small tree, ending up in a very difficult position. This is a difficult but makeable par save. Throwing a Champion Wraith. The disc gets out of the hands great, hitting the line, however it fades off too early, skipping into the brush. Probably should have thought about stepping down a little bit in disc stability. The par save opportunity is ruined when the disc catches off some branches before it even gets out of the hands. That's bust number 2 on the day. Today's total is still at $3.75. Teeing off on hole 15 with an S-line PD. A great-looking shot that makes its way down the fairway and fades nicely just inside of the circle. The long birdie opportunity, and it's in. That's 50 more cents to the cause. A great answer after a bust. $4.25 on the day. Teeing off on the par 4 16th with a Star T-Rex. The disc is turned over a little bit too much into the headwind, leaving for a nasty second shot. You have to be careful here. You don't have a lot of room for a follow-through, and you don't want to bang your hands off these small trees. Throwing the Star T-Rex out of the trees, through the gap, and just onto the other side of the fairway. A third shot into the green with a Champion Wraith is thrown nice and low through the gap. However, it does get a little bit more skip than one would wish. It did roll back a little bit. A long par save in the chains. That's 25 more cents to the cause. $4.50 on the day. And teeing off on 17 with a Champion Wraith. The disc gets up in the air a little bit, losing on some distance. A lengthy birdie opportunity with the jump putt from well outside of the circle. The disc does fade off. A difficult headwind putt. Par save, 25 more cents, $4.75 for an amazing cause. This takes us into the par 5 18th, driving with a Star T-Rex, attempting the big left-hand flex shot. The disc fights the wind, fades back to the edge of the fairway, and looking at a great position for a second shot. The second shot on 18 with an S-line PD catches the lowest limb on the last tree, leaving for a difficult and lengthy third shot into the green. A low skip shot trying to fight the headwind with a Champion Wraith makes it to the green but gets caught behind some of the guardian trees. The tough birdie look catches one of the small trees guarding the green. The sun decides to make an appearance on this par putt, and it's in. There you have it, $5 total on the day.
With early detection, children suffering from autism can be placed on the right path at the right time.
I'm Christian James, disc golfer with a purpose, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video dedicated to such a great cause. Here are today's results and how you can donate. 4 birdies at 50 cents each. 12 pars at 25 cents each. That brings today's total pledge amount per individual to $5. To donate to Autism Speaks, visit www.autismspeaks.org/site-wide/PayPal. Thanks for watching. A special thanks goes out to the following: American Packaging Corporation. ProFlight Discs. Unity Point Health, where the point of unity is you.